June is National Cancer Survivors Month. More than 570,000 individuals can celebrate as part of that group here in Michigan. But the key to survival is early detection, and Munson Healthcare wants patients to know it is safe to come in and get screened. Michelle Dunaway and Corey Adkins share the story of one woman's fight in today's MedWatch report.
Kayaking, walking, endless beaches. We love to do that. That's why we moved here.
Cindy Timmer's dreams of an idyllic northern Michigan retirement came with a few more obstacles than expected.
My current diagnosis is stage 4 colon cancer. The best news about that is my oncologist, Christian Kohler at Cowell, has stated that I am oligometastasis as a patient that has shown no sign of cancer activity since my surgery and post-chemo. Realistically, the lymph node involvement assumes that we will have recurrence.
But today, Cindy is living the best life she can and hopes her story will impact others.
Well, I have a history of family polyps on my father's side, so I was getting regular screenings through my 50s and 60s.
She was doing everything right until she developed a C. diff infection from antibiotics. The bacterium causes an inflammation of the colon.
Thanksgiving of 2017, my husband especially noticed my absolute regularity of post-meals diarrhea and restless leg syndrome.
She had a colonoscopy the day after Christmas.
The photo showed a shrimp-like tumor in my ascending colon.
Doctors removed the tumor and the lymph nodes where the cancer metastasized. But beyond the physical, this is where Cindy's battle really began.
I really was bedridden, and I was just dealing with the physical changes. But emotionally, I was trying to wrap my head around the fact that I really could not be here very long, and I was really wondering how painful this was all going to be.
As you're doing that examination, you would be removing any polyps.
Colon cancer is now the second leading cause of cancer death in the U.S., and the American Cancer Society is recommending everyone start screening at 45. It used to be 50.
It's a very silent disease because it's internal. That's why screening plays such a huge role, because if you wait till symptoms develop, many times the disease is way more advanced.
Colon cancer starts with polyps that develop into tumors. People with a family history of polyps are more at risk. The very best way to protect yourself is to get screened, yet only 70% of people are doing so. While there are a few different options, Dr. Tooley says he really only recommends one.
By far the best test, I believe, is a colonoscopy. It's really the gold standard. It has the highest detection rate for polyps. You can actually do something about the disease by removing the polyp. You can prevent the disease from occurring many times.
In hindsight, Cindy says some signs were there.
I felt that my schedule of colonoscopies every 3 years was appropriate, but now looking back, I realized I should have mentioned things like, I have this restless leg syndrome, or the diarrhea is really actually now recorded on my calendar as almost 3 times a week.
But today, she's back to dog walks, cross-country skiing, and hoping to get out on the water this summer. But she also plans to spread her message to others.
If you think you're embarrassed about having a colonoscopy because you have these symptoms, you haven't even begun to realize what will happen if you don't discuss them.
For 9 and 10 News MedWatch with Corey Atkins, I'm Michelle Dunaway.